Gotta do that. Gotta. They cut me off. Hey guys, how are you? We're back. We're back and we're done. The hell of a day is done. Yep, it was one hell of a day and I'm getting the hell out of here. Sorry, I'm gonna say hell a couple of times, but I don't want to scare you. We're not in hell, we're just in Melbourne. Yeah, I know. That's why it took so long to travel not very far and do not very much. You know, that's the honest truth. I traveled not very far, I did not very much, and it took a very, very long time. Very, very long time. Very long time. You know, a couple of people have been good today. A few, actually. Yeah, it's been great. Actually, I was under a lot of pressure before. Wow. You know, I had to actually tell myself to calm down. I did. Had to. It was like sometimes the walls are closing in, you know, when things go wrong. You don't want that. You got to see the signs of that. You know, you feel the heart rate go up. You feel that rage piling up. You just like don't say a word. You know, just smile. It's what they want you to do. You know, happy smile, no matter what. No matter what. Even when people are trying to kill you or don't care about you or really don't want you around. But I don't feel unwanted. I am unwanted, but I don't feel unwanted. You know, there's a difference there. You know, I think when you feel unwanted, it doesn't matter how bad people want you, you feel unwanted. Whereas with me, I'm pretty sure I'm unwanted by quite a few people, but I'm wanted by some, you know, so that comforts me. There is a handful of good people who like me, so that gives me strength, faith that, you know, maybe I haven't met everyone there is, you know, I've just met a pile of bad people, you know, and I'm still working on, you know, getting some more. But you know, it should be like once bitten, twice shy. You met one bad human, no more humans. That's it, no more humans. Sorry humans. One of them burnt me, I don't trust any of them. But we don't do that. We give people chances. We give them the benefit. We give them a second chance. Benefit of the doubt, you know. We give them the benefit of the doubt. You don't owe them that, but we still give them that, you know. But then again, if you owed them that, you probably wouldn't give it to them. That's the way the economy goes, you know. If it's something I must do, I probably won't. But if it's something so trivial and superfluous, I'm going to go to great lengths to do that. That superfluous thing. I'm going to go out of my way to make sure. I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding. You know that. You know I'm kidding a lot. Like I'm trying my best to like stay upbeat. You know, like today, Melbourne. That's just done it again. It's just done it. There's new lows every day for Melbourne. Just new and newer and lower lows. Melbourne. That's it. There's no shortage of problems here. What is it with these people? No, like that doesn't seem that anybody works. They're just all stuck in traffic. What, don't you guys work? You know, what are you doing? Like, in your flash cars, just doing absolutely nothing all day. You know? Oh yeah. So we're you know, as usual, you know, anytime I'm doing this, I'm in traffic, you know. It's because I'm literally going out of my mind here, you know. We are fucking cooked, bro. We are cooked. Who says that? I feel cooked here by like a goose that's been in the oven too long. Man, far out. Oh. So how's everyone? I would love some news. Give me some good news, guys. Have we rebuilt Queensland? Waiting for the announcement. Major rebuild underway. Queensland. Every house repaired. Every fence repaired. Every roof repaired. At the taxpayers' cost. Because these guys have paid their taxes. Give them a refund. Build their houses. Okay? That's Australian-made weather. That is Queensland weather. Now look after your Queensland people. If you can't look after your Queensland people, then you don't deserve to have Queensland people. Yeah? Hey, Lorelei! Wow, what a beautiful name. Just like in that TV show. Lorelei. Were you named after the Gilmore Girls? Come on. That girl was so sweet. I bet you just like her. You know, when the show started, I don't know what she's doing now. I don't know. But she was a really sweet girl in that show. I loved the Gilmore Girls. I was right into it. So I'd never figured out this whole Luke and Lorelei thing, you know? What was going on with that? Were they together? Sort of. Luke, guy with the hat, you know, Lorelei. We're from Queensland. Hey, Queensland! Oh, man, I tell you, I'm blessed. I just get Queensland people. Not one person from Melbourne wants to talk to me. That's great. I don't want to talk to them either, you know. Actually, I love to talk to Queensland people because I'm coming there. I can't wait to come there. I want to be there. I want you guys to, like, see me doing, I don't know, nothing like I do. Who are you? How do you say your name? Is it or is it Queensland? Give us some favorite food recommendations in Queensland. Oh, I don't know. I've been to Queensland. I've been to Cairns. I've been to Brisbane. I've been to you know, just the tourist place. I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't have a clue. I ate, what did I eat? I went to Grilled. Yeah. The same thing we got here. Grilled. The burger joint. It's just as good in Cairns as it is here in Melbourne. I gotta say, I tried both. I was curious. Grilled. Best burgers. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I'm starving. I can't help it. Starving. Hello, Amber. Oh, wow. I had a crush on a girl called Amber. Oh, she was so pretty. I just thought, why doesn't she want me? I just think she's so perfect for me, but why doesn't she want me anymore? Oh, at all, I mean. No, we were too young. When you're young, you haven't got time for that. It's only later that you soften up and start wondering, you know, why am I not, you know, kind of feeling something like, you know, fulfilling? It's because there was no time to prepare for that fulfillment. You know what I mean? Of being with around the right people. So I'm very late to the box here and saying I'm looking for good people, great people to improve the world with. I started a survival club and I want all you guys to join, especially you Queenslanders. The survival club was made with Queenslanders in mind because of their wild weather events. I believe you guys are true survivors. So I really want you guys to teach others, help me teach others how to survive. Survive. Not be happy, not make money. All right, we'll get there too, but survive. Because you need to survive first to have money or to be happy. So you must first survive and be functioning in some way to be able to be happy, fulfilled, blah, 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 blah. So that comes later. But a lot of people don't think of survival first. I think you should think of survival first. Will I survive this? Ask that question. I'm about to go through an intersection. Will I survive this? Before I do it. No, I may not. I don't go. I make sure I survive. I don't care if I miss the light. I don't want to die for a traffic light. Who does? So Queensland, it's all about Queensland. We want to rebuild Queensland. I personally want to rebuild Queensland. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what tax money they have to divert. I want them to do it. I want them to fix everybody's house, one by one, for nothing. I want them to pay for it. I want the government to pay for it. These are your people, man. These are your taxpayers. And their houses are destroyed. What are you going to do? Say bad luck? And still collect GST on their supplies when they're going to buy things? No. You should not be allowed to collect GST when you have anyone homeless in your state. And that means Melbourne. You could kiss your GST goodbye, because you are becoming the homeless encampment of the world. Okay? There's nothing going on in that ghost town. It's just homeless people. Some being carried out on stretchers, some laying out in front of 7-Eleven, you know? No, they can't leave. It's their place, okay? If you don't like it, leave. That's what they'll say in Melbourne. If you don't like it, you can leave. That's Melbourne's attitude. You don't like the traffic? Do a U-turn. Because you're not going anywhere on your present, trajectory. Melbourne's going nowhere. We all know that. So I've pleaded. I've said, please, guys, Queensland, New South Wales, put your money together. Just knock this thing off, will you? Take Victoria, just put it as part of New South Wales. Just get rid of that little line there. It's the same shit. You collect twice as much GST, won't you? We got a lot of people shopping here, man. Oh, come on. It's free money. How can you say no to Victoria? We want you. We want anyone. We want anyone except the present government, okay? Anyone. We'll even have, bring anyone back. Fidel Castro, bring him back. I don't care. Even, if you raise Karl Marx from the grave, I'd rather have him than these guys. And I don't idolize these people. I don't idolize anyone. I try not to. It's not our job to idolize people. It's our job to do what we must do. And if what you must do is idolize people, then I don't know what you're for. Okay. So yeah, guys, come on. Put the word out. I want the hard word put on Queensland government. You are being watched, all right? And if you don't look after these people, you can forget about the next election too. Same goes Victoria. This is the one, all right? There's no way these guys are getting back in this time. No way. And if they do, me and many other people are leaving, okay? And that means there's going to be no money here, okay? Not just because I've left. There'll be no love here because I've left. But there'll be no money here. I know. So everyone's planning to get out of here. The way you're running it, this place deserves to be shut down. Just like the Ferris wheel at Docklands, this is exactly what should happen to our council. Basically all the councils here in Victoria. We don't need them. Surely you can put them all under state control. Come on. Just get New South Wales to foot the bill, man. We're going to make it worth your while. You can come down here anytime. You know what I mean? It's cheap here. You guys in New South Wales, you got heaps of money, like compared to us. You guys should come down, scratch up a bargain or something. So it's a state going cheap, In fact, it shouldn't really be a state anymore. That's what I think. Let's just get rid of it. Victoria. I was born here. That's why I feel I'm allowed to say that. I'm allowed to say this because I'm from here. I was born here. And I'm up to here with it. I've watched this place just get worse and worse and worse and worse. I really have. I've watched people get older and slower and weaker and less determined to do a thing. I've met a lot of people who think being alive is hard. And ha. Oh, get away from me. This is the problem in Melbourne. They're just so wimpy. They're so wimps, man. Wimps. They won't do a thing for anyone. They just won't go out of their way at all. They'd rather die than do anything kind. You know, what kind of evil's going? You know, what evil is afoot here? Just tell me that. You know, we pay 100, 150 a week just to drive to work on the freeway. Come on, that's a hell of a cut, man. It's a hell of a cut to the person. 150 a week just to drive on the freeway. That's not fuel. That's tolls, okay? That's what they done to us. Tolls. And once you get to Melbourne, there's a parking ticket in your future. Okay, I promise. And don't rely on that thing on the window. They're going to mail it to you, I promise. They're watching. They have systems. They just watch you. They see you open up your door in a no standing zone, pick up your friend from the corner. On its way. $200 on its way. I have seen they've reduced them a little bit. I went to Stonington today and really $102. Cheap. I see the fines are beyond 200. So like for Stonington to be down to the 100, you know what it is? They're sick of people trying to contest and appeal the fines. So they've dropped the prices so that people just say, fuck it, $100. They just pay it. They don't fight it. And they are grubby. The way they catch you out, they are grubby, man. Real grubby. They come and they watch you parking, right? They won't come near you then. It's later. And they watch the whole thing. They watch you park, they watch you trying to turn around, they watch the whole thing. They go, alright, there's one, go get him. And they tell somebody, go blah blah blah, which rego, go put a ticket on there. It's already done. Go. Press the button. Bang. Bang. I watched one guy get about 20 cars in 5 minutes. And like, what an animal. What an animal. 20 cars at 200 a pop. You know, you don't do that. $4,000 from one street in 5 minutes. You ask them what they're doing with that money now. All that hard-earned revenue. They're working against themselves because, like, you know, you're affecting your own service culture. You're finding people who are trying to service the very people who are your constituents as well. It's cannibalism, really. This Victorian government, pretty much all the people there. I don't know what we need them for. I really don't know. I really don't think we need them, to be honest. We pay our taxes anyway. It just depends who wants to collect them, isn't it? Yeah. Problem is now they use the word sovereignty with me. I don't feel very sovereign at all. I don't feel like I live in a sovereign place anymore. At all. Not even it's just a nothing. It's just a transition town. Everything's transition here. Nothing's, you know, set up. Everything's temporary. Everything's, I've left this here and this and that, and make sure you call and this and that. Nothing is set. Everything is made up as it goes, you know. Hey, get these people chatting, guys. Far out. I can't do all the talking, please. I'll never roll an ad, so you just guys go crazy. Just do whatever you want. But, like, come on. Put the word out. We're trying to improve the world. We're survivors. We're trying to get somewhere. We're trying to stay alive at the same time. You know, none of us want to check out too early, man. We've got shit to do. Everyone got things to do. Surely. You know, surely everyone got some sort of mission they're trying to accomplish, you know. Surely. And we need each other for that. Yeah, guys, come on. I'm trying to improve the world. Just give us some ideas. What can we do today? Like, forget about tomorrow. I don't think it'll come. We have to do something. Anything. Tell people to do the right thing as much as possible. And I don't mean follow the rules of the rules that don't work. We need to make up some new ones. Make up some rules that work. Like, pick on someone your own size. Don't hurt little people. Don't touch children at all. Okay? We're not going to tolerate this, no more. That's well better. Stop all these kitty fiddlers, all this business with people, high level people too. They're not little people. They're big people who do this. They're right into it. I can tell. I just know. When you've walked into a place where someone weird is there. You just know that. I'm very tuned into that. I really catch that weird vibe sometimes. I really do. I see the way people look at children. I watch their eyes to see what's their eyes doing. They look at this child crossing the street, leaving school, going. I watch this guy's eyes. Man, disgusting. I know what he's thinking. I know. How can you think that way about somebody else's child? That's disgusting as well. You don't see people like that. Don't you see the little child inside that grown-up woman? Don't you see she's in there? The little child's in there. But she doesn't want to admit to it, But you can see her. I can see it bright as day, Women don't like looking at me for that reason. So I can see the little girl you really are in there. I can see it all, okay? I just know what you're like when I see you, okay? It takes a while. I'm not going to make a judgment at all. But I will certainly learn a lot if I could cast my eyes on you, if I were that lucky. I'd love to. It's not magic. It's just a sense for people. That's all. It's just a sense for people. Empathy. It's, you can hear them thinking. You empathize, you like, but hang on, sometimes you catch some really weird shit and you go, man, what did he say? Like, what is he doing? Like, I watch his eyeballs, I go, whoa, this guy's bad, real bad. He's looking for an opportunity. I can't believe that. With someone else's child. That's how I define it now. When you're going to mess with someone, just remember there's someone's child. Someone's child. And if you really want to put your finger into that bee's nest, that's up to you. But I really think you should stay out of other people's business, man. Like, and I mean that. Like, to stay out of business that's not yours. Stay away from kids, Don't touch them in any inappropriate way, at all. If they're not your children, don't do it. Don't even go near them, right? It's not on. I'm not going to tolerate it. I've turned into a bit of a mama polar bear, Like, I feel like you come and mess with my kids, man. Oh, I think I'll eat you alive, I think I would. I'd literally eat you. I'd probably have to, Anyway, none of us have done anything to deserve anything to happen to us, right? So, we shouldn't be living in fear anyway. I'm not scared of things, Who's scared? Come on. Anyone feel scared sometimes? I don't. Being scared, kind of, what of? Once you, rationalize it a bit, say, what am I really scared of here? Like, you think, oh, no, nothing really. Nothing's going to happen. I'm just working myself up for no reason. Like, making myself feel scared before. Like, it's not going to help, is it? What do you think? Oh, guys, I wish I was more exciting. I'm sorry. Oh, God. I can feel the guilt as as the swipe away start. You know, that's all right, guys. It takes me a while to come back from the hell I've been through. You know, like if you're patient with me, I swear I'll be your friend. I'll be a good friend for you. I really mean it. When I said Magpie and friends, I really wanted to say, like, I'd like to have friends, you know, like really, like actually, but it just seems like it's very, very hard, right? It's just very hard to have any sort of social life at all. So this is it, guys. You're my life. Like, I'm having coffee with you. I put you in my car with me while I'm in traffic. That means a lot. I mean, yesterday I took you guys home, showed you a bit of my house, fired up the coffee machine in the kitchen. I'm not scared anymore. I don't care. I'll tell you what I'm like. You know, I tell you guys I love you because that's kind of how I really am. That's how I am. If you really know me, that's how I am. Like, I am very open like that. I'm very open. I'm not perverted, but I'm very amiable. I'm very cheerful and want you to be happy, comfortable. I love to cook, cook for you, whatever you want. Like, I know it sounds like I desperately need someone to visit me, but it's not that. It's that the connection that friendship used to have hasn't have anymore. There's nothing there anymore. Like, what is that? It feels like friendship's lost, you know. That's what I'm kind of lamenting sometimes. I feel like, where are the friendships? Where's the friends? Where's the friends? You know, Magpie and friends he's yearning, he's searching for, where are his friends? Where are his people? Where are the people that relate to this kind of like pariah, this kind of person who belongs outside, you know, who doesn't belong inside the restaurant, the guy who belongs in the back service entry, you know, the guy who can lift very heavy shit and you can say thank you to, but he's not the guy that you're gonna really want to get to know, you know. So I felt that's sad because I'm actually a pretty nice guy, you know, and I think people are missing out on how nice I can be. How many breaks I would cut them. Cut me a break, I'll cut you heaps. How many breaks do you want? Give you a break all day if you want. Break away if you want. Do anything. You know, I'm all about freedom and autonomy. I want you as my, you know, if you're my friend, I want you to be free to do what you want. I really do. Because maybe if you're my friend and you do that, and I know you and we're friends, then I'll become like you and start being around awesome people. I might even watch awesome people on YouTube. I can't really watch myself, but I do. I watch back to see what the hell I'm talking about. But it all makes sense to me. You know, it all does. It all needs to be said. They're not all my words. They're words that need to be said. Now, some of them come from other people. They're not all me. It's not all me. So some of the ugly stuff that comes out, that's not exactly me. It's me, like, kind of crying out for
why is this happening? You know, that's what I mean by that. It's a sarcastic way of saying, oh wow, why, like that. I don't mean to sound like, come off like some sort of, guy who's got beef. I don't have beef. I don't have beef with anything. I don't want to have beef with anything. I wish things were so cool that I didn't have to complain. I think everything should just run smooth. If everyone left a car space in front of them, they'd have some room to drive in. So, no, they're not going to do that. They're shit scared that someone's going to jump in front of them. So no, they're not going to do that. So they won't just they'll just insist on driving as fast as possible until they have to hit the brakes and they'll slow down again. I think, can you see the sense of what you're doing or not? Sometimes I'm talking to the other cars, which is something I'd probably do anyway. So, in a way, I've stopped saying that this is altered. It's not altered content. This is me. This is pure, unadulterated, unfiltered, unscripted me. Just me. Just the guy. If you called me, this is how I would talk to you.
But let's pretend, you know, we're having a phone call. Hey, how are you? Good? Yeah, what's been going on? How's work? Good? Good? Yeah, nah, you know, whatever. Whatever. Talk about something else. Been out lately? Yeah, I've been to, you know, where have you been? You know, like, that's where you want to find out about stuff. My social life is, no, doesn't happen. So there isn't. In Melbourne, there's no society here, like, kind of. It's like, that's sort of, we can't afford one, you know, kind of thing. We haven't got it, we can't afford to upkeep our civility here. There's no time for that shit. We're too busy trying to avoid bloody going broke. That's it. So people are getting desperate in their fancy cars. I've seen the way they drive. They're really stressed out. They're really surprised that they can't just put their foot down and go somewhere. No, you can't. This is Melbourne. You're going to be obstructed at every step of the way in Victoria. There is no throughways here. Everything is an obstruction. There's an obstruction at the end of every road here. You won't find a clear run here. Never. I don't know what people are looking for when they go zigzagging. You're not going to find you're just going to find more cars, more and more cars, and you're going to have to zigzag through every single one of them. I suggest just maintain a forward direction, leave some room, and start moving, and don't stop. That's it. That's what I do. What's that for? You know, like, what you do that for? Fuck. Like, he's just come from the overtaking lane into the left now, where I've left a ton of room because there's a slow truck and there's a guy merging. Now he's gonna want back in over on the right again. Man, make up your mind. You know? This guy is doing. I'm literally next to the guy in the right lane. He's not doing a thing except doing 45, 50 k's an hour, and he's left a ton of room, so that there's no way that he has to stop. But the thing is, bro, you're in the right lane. You know? Hey, Marty! Hey, the whole gang's here. The whole gang's back. That's great. Marty, Survival Club. Please join. It costs nothing. Just join. You don't have to download anything, by the way. Just all you got to do is say yes. Yes, I want to be a survivor. I want to be in the Magpie Survival Club. No, it's not the Magpie Club. This is our club. Okay, it's our club. It's Marty's club. Survival Club, it's your club. Okay? Here are the preconditions. You must be human. Okay, we'll allow some pets, alright? But not every animal, because some animals don't belong to Survivor Club. They can't sit and share ideas with us. That's all. Okay, Marty, Survival Club, it's all about having the knowledge to study, awareness, research, to share and empower and strengthen other people in the group that we all survive. Okay? Not make money, survive. They're very different things. Don't tell me you need money to survive. You actually need to survive to make money. That's true. I think the survival has to come first. Not money, survival. If you can't survive, there's really little point to having that money you work so hard for. So why would you want to die in that endeavor? So you don't want to. You, by all means, do not want to die for money, because you have just thrown away an entire life for nothing. Because by the time history has had its day, you know, the dollar will be so devalued. You're gonna, people will look back and go, man, look at the travesties that they committed just for such piddly bits of money, you know, a bit of nastiness, just like, here, pay this $200 fine, you know, it's pure evil. So Survival Club is, first, all of us are sworn off parking tickets. We are not ever going to get one. So Survival Club makes zero contribution to governments, authorities, or any sort of anyone that thinks they're anyone. We do not recognize authority in that way. Survival Club is for the people who are going to survive. we have a good idea in our minds here that the way the world's going, a lot of people aren't going to survive. And so we would like to put up our hands and say, we would like to be the survivors, please. We don't care if we're broke. I don't care if I have no pants on. I'd rather be alive with no pants on, okay, than be with my nice pants on, dead on the beach, like that bloke, rich as a king he was. He went to visit a country in the Mediterranean, I won't say where. He was found dead on the beach, yeah, shot. Guess what? All his jewelry, his wallet, his money was on him. He wasn't robbed. They wanted people to know. We don't want your shit money, man. That's what we think of you. That's what we think of your underworld people. We'll leave your wallet in your pocket so that you can be identified. We wouldn't touch you, man. We wouldn't even put a fingerprint on you, you know. How have you been? Hey, Jess. Oh, thanks. Oh, my sweeties are here. Oh, my sweet people, sweethearts. Sweethearts. All my beautiful boys and girls, my beautiful men and women, my ladies and gentlemen people, my people. I want to make you guys just as strong and crazy as I am, if you want. For free, okay? For free. I'll say that all the time. I do not want money. Just get that shit away from me. This shit is bad news. I don't want it. I've got enough. I've got enough problems too. Man, it becomes a very risky endeavor. The bigger and bigger and bigger your appetite is, you know how much shit you'll have to do. You'll never sleep, man. That money will keep you awake. You know, it will. It's too much. You just need enough so that you don't have nightmares, so that no one wants to kill you or hang you from doorknobs in hotel rooms, right? You want to make sure that you're not that rich, okay, or famous. So in a way, like, yes, my name's Alex. I don't care, and I don't care if they come looking for me. But I'm just gonna say, protect yourself. You know, make sure that nobody, you know, has it in for you. So like, I'm always testing the waters. You know, like I'll stop somewhere and go, hey, you know, anyone with a gun want to shoot me right now? You know. No, every day, Jess, every day. Except weekends. Weekends a bit harder. I don't find the time. I bet I will find time, but late at night, my baby's asleep. And I can't be wild and crazy at night, you know. I wish I could. I want to stay up late and do the show at night, you know, but I can't. Because I'll have to wake up everyone, you know. And I haven't got a studio, you know. I'd have to sit in my car. Nah, every day if I can, Jess. I'll always put through a short or something, right? If not, I'll try. Being live is the bomb, right? I highly recommend this. I suggest you all just do it. Just get on. You know, it's as easy as calling your mum. If she's home and she answers, go, hey mum, how are you? Oh, hey, how are you? You know, when your mum realises it's you. Hey, Wonder, gee, have you had a hard day? I'm so glad to hear from me. You must have heard from some real shit people. So now I've called you to like, hey. Australia at night. Yeah, far from the city, that is. Yeah, out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, probably. Jess, tell us more. Tell us, talk to us. Marty, Jess, everyone, just please. Let's get this on. I don't know. I think there's no way we're gonna grow closer if we don't know each other. You know, if we don't trust each other. And you can trust me. That's the thing. That's why I do this. I know you can trust me. That's why I do this. If you couldn't trust me, I don't think I could stand here doing this with this face. You have to be able to. Yes, I'm scary looking, right? But actually, you wouldn't be scared if you really met me. You wouldn't be. I don't know if this is really how I look. I live next to the bush. There's possums and wallabies. You're lucky, aren't you? That come in my front and backyard at night. Wow. I get some randomly, but not that many. Wow, that's cool. Marty, make some videos. Why don't you film them? It's a bit hard at night, I know that. It's hard to get the nighttime thing, but if you get them during the day, that's good. You might. Who knows? You know, people love animals. People love wildlife. If you've got animals visiting your backyard, you should get that. You should get that on video or photos or something. Just do it. I mean, it's great. So one day there won't be any animals. Maybe. I don't know. I always think a bird. Wow, a bird. You know, I'll take a photo of that bird because I might never see that bird again. You might think, it's just a bird. They're not all the same. No. I don't judge birds like that because I think they're just like us. There's no way that they're the same. You wouldn't need so many if they were the same. They're different. They have different ideas. They have conflict too. They have wars, bird wars. You know? Imagine Bird War 3. Bird War 3, you know? I've seen it. They really have wars. They fight. Yeah, birds are... That's right. That is right. Velociraptor, like a chicken. Chicken is a dinosaur. That's right. True? Velociraptor? You know, velo, like something. What does that mean? Velo. Velociraptor. Well, let's find out. May as well. I don't want to talk rubbish. I don't want to be banned for lying, you know, or giving misinformation. What is a velociraptor? I bet it's not in this Macquarie budget dictionary. Velociraptor. V-E-L. Is it V-E-L? Yeah, V-E-L. Where is it? Velocity. Here we are, guys. Velociraptor. It is there, okay? Velociraptor, dinosaur capable of running at great speed. There you go. Wow. I mean, that's not all dinosaurs. But anyway, I thought that chickens were those, but I could be wrong. They fly. Oh, yeah. Well, some do, yeah. I mean, pterodactyl. Yeah, that's it. That one. They fly, that's right. And they're related to, like, other stuff that we still have. Like, so the vestiges of those things are still around. Look at crocodiles. Tell me that's not a dinosaur. Come on. Crocodile. Alligator. Look at it. Look at that thing. Come on. We couldn't make something like that. No, nature's great. I think you've got to look after nature because nature belongs here. Maybe the shit we do doesn't really belong here, but nature does, you know? Trees, birds, flowers. Yeah, it's right. Big lizard, bro. Spot on. That's right. Spot on means correct. Spot on. Spot on. Nature was here. Of course. The plants. How we have overlooked these plants, you know? Imagine the plants got revenge one day. Man, it'd be done. Imagine if the plants teamed up. They'd take us out. They could. They could develop anti-human stuff that when we have it, we're done. When we sniff it, we're done. That's it. You know, a mass extinction event is probably where we're headed, right? But we don't know who's going to get affected first. And there's these dumb twits who think that if they're rich, that they can't be killed. What? Man, they're the first ones to go. Haven't you noticed? The richer you are, the quicker you die. That's what I've seen. I've seen that. How can you want money when you've seen the result? How can you want to be rich when you've seen what happens to all of them? Not one of them is safe, man. Really. And that's nothing to do with me. I've noticed. They get knocked off. Literally get knocked off. Do you really want to get knocked off? Because, like, if you've got a a wish to want to be so rich that actually rich enough that people know you're rich means you have a lot more than you should, right? But if you just had what you needed, mate, no one's going to kill you for that. They know you need it. But if you've got more than what you need, bro, dangerous species. Richer than a king? I've seen what happens. Just like this guy who was on the beach with his gold bracelets and all that shit and his wallet full of money. Everything on him. He wasn't robbed. But yep, shot point blank. Left right there. Not touched. Not a fingerprint. Okay? He was rich. My great-grandfather was very rich, by the way. That's true. And he went missing. Yeah. He got knocked off. We don't know how. He went missing on a boat, and his bag arrived, but he wasn't there. Wasn't on that boat. Got knocked off. Long time. So there you go. A sea merchant. Very wealthy one. Yeah, I'm lucky to even be here. You know what are they? I worked out, man, if anything had happened to one of these people, and they had very sketchy circumstances, man. Like both my grandfathers were captured during World War II. Both were captured. Both got out. One escaped. One found his way out through some tricky means, but he got out. More a bureaucratic way out, but he got out all the same. He was higher up than the other one. The one who escaped had to fucking escape. There was no way he's going to negotiate his way out of there. Whereas the other grandfather, and then interestingly, they didn't know each other in person, right? But there's a photo in Egypt, in Alexandria in Egypt, 1945, I think, and both my grandfathers are in the same photo. Long before any of us were here. Wow. They were brought together. They both survived. Man, they were captured. One escaped. The other one, I mean, they got out. One of my uncles got detained by the Germans, and man, like everything happened. We're so lucky. I'm lucky to be here. I shouldn't be here. Everyone had a narrow, close call. My grandma was on a ship that sank into shark-infested waters in the middle of the night. True story. She survived. They were rescued. She was treading water. Guess what they had to do? Drop every bit of gold they had to save their lives. So I can tell you that when it came down to it, they had all this gold and all this shit because they had to leave. You know, they had to leave their homes because they were getting invaded. So they dropped all their gold so that they were not too heavy, so they could swim. They wanted to spare themselves, you know, save their lives. Imagine dying for that gold that's making you drown, man. Just let it go. Just let it go. What do you want that money for? What do you want that money for? Really? You've got to question that. What is it for? I really think we've got to question that. There's kids in my schools that flex that they have the newest phone or Playbox, PlayStation, Xbox. I said to them, I don't care, I'm happy. Yeah, me too. I've got an old computer. I don't care. Man, it's not their money. That's why they're showing off. If they had to buy that shit on their own, you know, it wouldn't be that easy. Because their parents are buying them their shit, there's no way they can feel like they earned it unless they rub it in your face, you know, make you feel bad. So don't sweat it, Marty. You're the good one, okay? You don't need those people. If they want to make you jealous, just tell them, oh, I'm so jelly. I'm so jelly, you know, of you. wow, I'm jealous. I say that all the time, but I'm not telling when I say, oh, I'm jealous. Actually, I'd hate to be like other people. Like the people I'm talking about that I'm criticizing a lot are people I'd not want to be like. You know, uncool. You know, I love the Fonzie. Who loved Fonzie? Come on, Fonzie. He was fucking good, man. That's a role model. Okay, right there. Mechanic. He's cool. He gets shit done. Yeah, sure, he's got his issues. Arthur Fonzarelli. Ladies and gentlemen. I thought, you know, our favourite songs at home are like, we play games like lyric trivia. You know, they think they own everything. They don't. They own nothing. And they're unhappy. They're not like us. We own nothing, but we're happy. Sure, we're falling in with the new world order. I get it. If I don't, I know that I will probably get punished if I don't cheer for the dictation that we are having to take down. And it's like tough, man. It's really tough. Person to person, you know, interpersonally, people have a lot to work on. You know, they got to stop really stepping to people, getting in people's face, you know, like, you know, driving fast, being reckless, tailgating each other. It means that they don't have any regard for not only their own safety, but other people's too, you know. I watched them, you know, like, would you drive like that if your kids were crossing the road? Like, you know, I think, nah, but you don't care because it's not your children. You don't care about other people's children, but you should, because who's going to care about yours if you don't care about theirs? I think it all goes both ways, you know. If you don't give a shit about people, that's basically how they're going to feel about you, you know. So when people like kind of jest at the fact that they don't give a fuck, well, that tells me a lot. Not giving a fuck, there's many ways of not giving a fuck, you know. Like you can not give a fuck in a good way, and you can not give a fuck in a bad way. You know, so I really think it depends what you're not giving a fuck about. If you say I don't give a fuck about the law, okay, well, you might be in deep shit if you have that attitude, right? You might actually get arrested if you don't give a shit about the law. But if you don't care about having good relationships, well, okay, you won't have any. Does that suit you? Is that what you want? I don't want a good relationship. I want a bad girl. Give me a bad girl. I don't want a good girl. Give me a bad one. No, you don't. You gotta be careful what you wish for. You know, really. It'll come true. That's the problem. So many people are living the life that they created. And when you see that frown and that misery on their face, right? They're miserable. They're beautiful. They look great. They've got their nice, fresh, beautiful, well done. You look great, but you look I can tell you're dissatisfied. I can tell. Doesn't matter how much of that hold your head up high bullshit you do. I know you're unhappy. My dad got arrested all the time. He always stole cars and ran from cops. Wow, yeah. I mean, some people did live that way, man. I reckon he did that out of necessity, if he was doing that. Not, I mean, maybe a bit. Maybe it was a bit of fun too. I don't know. All I know is that people have tendencies to repeat themselves. If they've done it once, they'll do it again. So there's a good chance that if they've done it once, they'll do it again. So look, that first time probably he was shitting himself, but then the next time he felt really good, like an accomplishment that he did it and he wasn't scared. And the third time he did it and it was business as usual. You know, he wasn't scared at all. So, like, kind of, I get it. Whatever you do, you'll get better at, even if it's a bad thing. You might get better at doing that bad thing, which is not better, worse. But that people have this inverted progress sometimes. They think that doing better means driving even faster, taking even more risks than they did the day before. No, that's definitely a road train to disaster, right? That's going nowhere, that kind of thinking. If you're trying to beat the evil shit you did yesterday and be even more evil today, well, it's not good. Stealing's not exactly evil, right? I kind of understand it. Depends who's stealing and what they're stealing, you know, it really depends. There's people who must steal bread. They're absolutely poor, you know. I kind of get that. Maybe that's okay. You know, it's just a loaf of bread, you know. But then there's people who steal large sums of money from other people. That, I think, is bad, real bad. Because someone worked their guts out for that money and you've stolen it. You know, that's right, you know. It's like, I get that too. You're a good child of your father. But well done you for having that perspective, objectivity of you know, separating yourself from, you know, those closest, because you're not the same. You're not the same. If we were all the same, you wouldn't need so many of us. Like my children are not like me, you know, they're different. So that's important. You don't want to create mini me, you know. Your father did not create another version of himself, which is good. He made a unique individual, Marty, the individual, the irreplaceable, indivisible. Well, yeah, indivisible, individual, uncuttable entity, different to your dad. You are different to your parents. There's no way that you're the same. People who think that are probably wrong when they're, I'm just like my mum. Well, that's because you want to be. You don't have to be like your mum. You don't have to be like your dad. You don't have to take role models from your own family. You can find a better one. I even did that sometimes. I used to love Tony Robbins, but I thought, fuck, I'd get along with him. He's cool. He knows all this shit. He's got big hands. You know? He knows all this NLP, neuro-linguistic programming and shit like this. Well, that's fucking cool, you know. Guy's really switched on. I've done his courses, you know. I'm right into personal development, guys. I mean, I'm not going to rave on about it because not everyone wants to know about PD, you know, personal development and shit like that. But I'm right into it. I've read so much of that, heaps. And look, I don't want to bore you, you know. So I let it out in bits and pieces. I don't want to sit here lecturing people. It's not what I'm here for. I'm here to join up to you, connect to you. Let's just feel you, you know, like what, you know, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to hear said, you know? I'll say some shit you want to hear if you want. I don't know. Maybe we'll agree on most of the things. If I actually articulated the point of view, you might find you agree with me, or you might find you disagree with me. Either way, it's a good thing to find out, right? You may disagree with me entirely. That's fine. I want you to. I want you to think for yourself. Don't listen to me in a way. I mean, listen to me, but don't listen to me, you know? Don't do the same thing. Like, you might notice the same things that I've noticed, but you might do something different about it, you know? Look, we're home, guys. We're back home. See, we're at Magpie's house. I literally brought you to my house. That's how much I trust you guys. I love you guys. You know, I want you guys to know what I'm really like. I've been hiding on the YouTube for years, but I've never said a word, you know, because I just didn't think I needed to. I thought, well, people don't want to hear from me. But now I think some people do need to hear from me because I've got a good message for them. I really want them to do their best and have a good life. I really think we can do that. But I think we have to empower each other. I don't think we should take away each other's power. We should be feeding that energy and growing that energy, not stealing that energy from other people, you know? I don't want to steal energy and spirit from others. You want to foster your own, you know? Hi. I know. I bet I know who you are. All right. Not gonna say anything, but that's okay. Whatever. I'm not objective enough to reflect on all that, you know, really. But I all I'm doing is saying what I think needs to be said, and someone needs to say it. That's all. I'd like to hear some of the shit saying said to me, you know, kind of thing. I'd like that. I will benefit from that. What I won't benefit from is getting parking tickets. So I want us to commit to this, guys, all of us, because us here at Survival Club, we are not going to get a parking ticket. Now, if we grow the size of this group, we're going to break these bad boys, man. We're going to break them, because none of us are going to get parking tickets anymore. And they'll run broke, like they should. And they are broke. The only money they got is ours. It's not anyone else's. So running them broke means not giving them any more. It doesn't mean we're going to lose ours. We're going to stop them making any from us. That's it. That's the difference. And my idea to rebuild Queensland is not coming from the Survival Club. That's right. You got to be in it. You got to be human. You must be alive. Okay? They're the two preconditions. That's it. But you must share. If you have knowledge that will enhance the ability of someone else's survival, you must let them know. Not if it costs you your own. I mean, if there's something you know that would benefit someone else, you'll unselfishly tell them the right thing. That's it. And don't charge them any money, please. We don't want money in this thing. It's like, if the Survival Club required money, it would be the Money Club, all right? It wouldn't be the Survival Club. If money was the requirement, I would say join the Money Club. You must be alive. You must have a human spirit. Yes. Yeah, you've got to be all that. You got to be able to share it and help someone. Someone that could use it. All right? That's all. Someone that could use that help. So we're home, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to come back to you very soon. But I am absolutely cooked. Shanked. Had a real hard day, but I'm so glad to be home, you know, really. So all I hang out for is to come on here, YouTube, catch up with my peeps, my people out there, whoever they are. Okay, I'm not fussy. I'm not fussy at all who comes, who doesn't come. You know, I don't set up expectation like that. I don't expect you to do a thing. I don't want you to hit any buttons or subscribe or donate or do anything. Just leave that alone. Don't even fall for it. It doesn't even work. None of that shit works. Just forget it. We've got each other. That's the thing money can't buy. See, I know you've got money, so have I, but so what? It's like saying we got nostrils. We both got nostrils. So what? Like, it doesn't increase a thing. I can't increase the amount of nostrils I have just because you have nostrils. That's how I see money. It's not yours. If that money's in someone else's hands, it's not yours. Okay? See it that way. Don't see money as yours when it's not. Yes, use your time to do things, because your time on earth is precious. You can't buy it. You can't buy time. You can't buy your time back. That's true. In the end, people would give it all up for one more day alive. If you knew that life were going to come to an end any minute now, you'd give it all away just to have one more day, wouldn't you? That's what that last person is saving his money for. You know, that I think they're going to try and, you know, I really think that something's on the cards, guys. Something's on the cards. And I think we ought to be careful, that's all. Yeah, the sound's bad. That they never give me a good, you know, I'm right near the 5G tower. So I'm on purpose pointing at that thing right now. But our internet here in Australia is just like our government, just piss weak. Piss weak. Weak as piss, you know. Well, nah, today was a tough one. I've just been focused more on Queensland, getting Queensland rebuilt. That's high on my list. I'm going to keep saying that because I want Queensland rebuilt properly, as it was before the weather event. And I don't care how it happens, but I want it to happen at no cost to the people, okay? I want it fixed. I want trucks full of supplies and all that shit to come in there and help those people. Oh, tuning in and out. Yeah, that's all right. No, I do the same. You know, I even get bored of what I'm talking about, so I've got to change it up. No, never. Never gonna be in work for the government. No, I want to actually do something good for the world, like so. And I don't think working for the government is going to cause that at all. I'm starting to see the opposite. It might be true. I think if we all teamed up, people who don't work for the government, if all of us were on one team, Marty, go well, man. Love you, bro. Don't worry about those kids. You're better than that. Of course they're jealous of you. They want you to feel jealous of them. Figure it out. They want to make you feel jealous because they feel that too. You know? Listen, I always see like you know when you half turn the bike wheel and then you half turn it back? Not really going anywhere with that, you know, like that's what I see goes on a lot. So 1 minute, guys, I'm gonna cut it. I love you a lot. I'm gonna say it again and again because that's how I am. All right, if I ever don't say that, I want you to just swipe me away and don't come back. If I ever become one of these arrogant people who just expects you to sit there and listen to me, then yeah, I don't deserve you at all. So I'm very happy to have you all. I don't really care how many people come, or I'll do this anyway with 0 heads, because I really think somebody will get the benefit from it. You know, someone will hear something that gives them an idea as to, you know, oh yeah, that makes kind of sense to me. Because some of the things I'm saying need to be said. Not so much by me, but they need to be said out there. And I'm kind of in tune with that. I can't tell you what that is, but I feel people's want. I feel people's anger. I feel people's jealousy. I feel people's frustration. And I don't want to, but I do. I kind of feel it. I hate it, but I get it. So I thought, you know what? I've got to tell people this is the madness I'm going through. And it's not all my fault. It's because the world's kind of fucked at the moment. So I'm getting all these messages of desperation, of, oh, help, oh, God, oh, no, you know. People are in that situation. I can feel it. You know, I can feel that people are in real deep shit. And some don't even know as well. So hence, Survival Club. Let's do this, guys. Let's stay alive and let's do it together. I love you all.